Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing and Sports. You know what? It's time. I think we've all been through this. There comes a time where you mess up, then you know it's time to bless up. And I think that's where Claressa Shields is. She was once a hero. She's now seen as a villain. So how in the world can she go from the mess up to the bless up to save her legacy? Can she save her legacy? I think she has what it takes. But so much damage has been done. Not so sure she can get there. And if she does, in my opinion, at this present time, it'll be nothing short of a miracle. Now, the mess up. That's a phase, man. People go through it. Athletes go through it. Professionals go through it. Normal day-to-day citizens, 9-to-5 workers, blue collar, white collar, doesn't matter. They go through things. They mess up, damage their brands. But I'll tell you this, people usually don't lose their reputation overnight. That's not how that works. Many fans, from me listening, right? I'm not saying all, because that's not the case. A lot of people have a good idea of what's going on, but there are a lot of fans who think their reputation collapses from one mistake. I listen to some people out here when they talk about Claressa Shields. She did one little thing. Yeah, she shouldn't have hit Alicia, but that shouldn't overshadow all the great things she's done. I'm like, okay, you either blind or you a goddamn cyclops and you're deaf because you don't see anything going on with Claressa. You haven't heard of anything being said by Claressa because she's done a lot, especially over the last year. She has done a lot to destroy her reputation. You know what I mean? We're not a one mistake fan base. It's not how it works. Her reputation has collapsed from multiple choices she's made to be villainous. And it's cost her just about everything. It's an accumulation of crap, man. Small incidents, repeated conflicts, constant arguments, bad decisions, negative headlines. Eventually, people stop seeing the isolated events. They start seeing a pattern. And that's what's happened with Claressa. There has been a pattern. And that's why fans start to turn. I hear people calling in. I hear the people in the comments and those who support her, those who don't support her. I hear everything. But I can also tell you that there are people who I talk to, right? Well-known people who used to support Claressa, who will never, ever come out and do an interview or say anything publicly, who have told me behind the scenes, I can't support her anymore. She's messed up too much. When's she going to bless up, Hood? I say, I don't know. But I do know this. Most fans can forgive mistakes. What they struggle to forgive is a perceived lack of accountability. That is one of the major problems when it comes to Big Vote and the fan base. Accountability. Fans started believing she never learns. You got some shit get in my eye, damn loose eyelash or something. Who knows what? Some little dust particle. Apologize. I almost turned to a cyclops, right? But fans have started believing when it comes to Big Vote, a 2-time gold medalist, part of American sporting history. She just doesn't learn, Hood. She always blaming somebody else, champ. She does not care about how what she does affects anyone else. But now that shit's getting thick, now she want everybody to come out here, man, and throw her a lifeline, give her a pass. That's not how it works, Hood. I said, I get you. The relationship started breaking down. I get it. You guys are done when it comes to Big Vote. She needs to understand that, okay? You have you went from being hero to villain, and now you got to try to figure out a way to get back to being a hero. But don't expect fans to help you because that relationship with the fans has broken down. You see, I think it's a confidence problem. Many athletes develop confidence because confidence is required to become great. However, there's a line between confidence and arrogance. And I'm going to tell you this, fans often admire confidence, admire self-belief. We admire competitiveness. Nothing wrong with that. Without those characteristics, those qualities, you probably don't go on to become a champion, and sure as hell don't go on to become a two-time gold medalist. You got to have confidence, self-belief, competitiveness, a little bit of a chip on your shoulder, willing to bite somebody if necessary. But you just can't be that way 24/7. You know what I'm saying? That's why people out here reacting negatively to what they perceive as her arrogance. Constant bragging, what I have, what you don't have. Who's the broke bum and ugly? Insulting others, talking down to people. So whether fair or unfair, that's the perception when it comes to Big Whoa. And she needs to take accountability and understand she has everything to do with her perception right now. And it's not a very popular perception. Reputation is hard to protect. The boxing record, that belongs to the fighter. She is right. People out here saying these things about her, they could not get in the ring and do what she does. She's right. There's no way in the world they could achieve what she's done in the ring. 100%. Ain't none of them going to the Olympics and doing what she's done. She's right. She owns her boxing record, her amateur accomplishments, her professional accomplishments. She owns that. Nobody can take anything away from that. That belongs to her, but the perception belongs to the goddamn public. You don't have no control over that one. So anything boxing, talk your shit. You're right. No matter what nobody says, they can't take that from you. But you know what you don't own? You don't own your perception. That shit belongs to the public. The public decides how they feel about you. You have a lot to do with how they feel about you. And no matter what, you can be doing your damnedest to be a role model citizen. They still ain't gonna like you. But you're making it easy for people to not like you. Want to get a straw with spitballs and whoo, them shits at you. You know what I'm saying? That's why they out here spitballing your ass on social media. You've made them just go from just wanting to say something to shoot staples at you to whoo, hitting you with spitballs and shit. So don't get mad because you're getting spitballed up and saliva down and shit because you came in here and chose to be the villain. You messed up. How you gonna bless up? That's what you need to figure out. I think the first step of getting blessed up is accountability. So hold your horses and let's not take it to the goddamn stupid. Thoughts become actions. Same way you thought that you're going to hit somebody, you're going to do something to somebody, and you bing to Lisa Baumgartner. You can think that you don't want to be that way anymore, and you want to get back to being in the fans' graces and blessing up, and you can do it. We can't do it for you. You have all the control over that, but we got control over the perception. And that reputation that she has right now makes it much harder for her to control anything because the reputation is horrible. Why do you think when people start talking about Claressa, they're like, yo, she got a brand problem, man. No sponsorships, no money behind her. Her brand is crap. Layla Ali tried to tell her. Even she said, Layla Ali gave me the best information, but just of my brand and to own my brand and to really build my brand and to wonk, 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 because you ain't listening. Everybody pointing out things about Claressa. I don't agree with a lot of the shit people point out, but I'll say this, a lot of it, everything's interesting to me. Remember, I don't have to agree with you. I don't even have to like you. I can find the interesting things, you know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of the observers watching Claressa, they just point out a lot of interesting shit. Even the critics acknowledge her accomplishments. I'm a critic. But I always say she's interesting to me, right? But I even talk about her accomplishments. I tell you, man, there's certain things you can't take from her. That girl can fight. But the debate is not usually just about that. You know what I mean? The Olympic gold medals, boxing ability championship, there's nothing to talk about. We already know that. That's why the conversation surrounds the public image, social media behavior, conflicts, public feuds. That's an important distinction. So as much as she or her fans may want people who talk about what she's done in boxing, how long we going to talk about shit from the amateurs? We ain't talking about what nobody else did as an amateur. You know why? Because nobody gives a fuck. That's the past. What are you fucking with 2026? Who gives a shit? Oh, well, she won all these titles and championships. We know, great, good job. You got the gold star. A lot of people have done what she's done in boxing and won championships. Nobody gives a fuck. What is she doing right now? What's the plan for the future? Tell us. How's she going to bless up? That's what I want to know. Don't tell me about what she's done in the past. We know that. Shut up. Talk about what she's going to do in the future to bless up. Because if you want to come and advocate on behalf of Claressa Shields, you're going to come and talk to me. Tell me what you're doing to help this woman. Because she needs prayer. And she don't need no bozo around her making her think it's okay to be an effing villain. Now, I have no expectation from Claressa. Everybody knows that. But I do sit here because I'm a human and I'm a guy who, I know what it is. I just, without getting into truth, I know what it is, man, to come from the fucking mud, man, and to go all the way to become the top 1% in your profession. I know what it is to grind, man. You know what I'm saying? Nobody give you nothing. You got to come out here and make sure you're so great. The worst they can do is make you number 3 or 4. That really means you're number 1. Because just the way society is and politics can be, they ain't gonna fucking make you number 1. I went through that. And every time I was really number 1. I knew it. The people who were sitting there making these decisions knew it. They would come and tell me, you're really the number 1 guy, but you know, this is kind of what they're doing to you. I'm like, oh yeah, so why are you allowed it? I can't do it. I'm one person. I'm banging against 10 people, man. And everybody looking out for each other, but your records are so strong that the worst they can do is make you number 3. But everyone knows you're number 1. I'm like, all right. So that's why I want to watch Claressa. Some people say, well, Hood, it's like you got a soft spot for it. I don't have a soft spot for it. I know what the fucking, I know what she was able to achieve. I achieved it. But I didn't throw it away. She's thrown it away. You see, y'all ain't walked in my shoes, just like I haven't walked in yours. I haven't walked in hers, but I have a good idea. Because she has become the top 1% in her profession, just like I did. And they ain't give me shit. That's why I get frustrated sometimes. I didn't get nothing. You understand? I had to fucking get, everything I had to hit was a grand slam. And they still ain't make me number 1. This girl went out here was fucking number 1. And she threw it away. So that's why I get agitated. So, and that's why sometimes I sit here and I'll take a deep breath and be like, this damn girl. People are like, oh man, you're in a hood, you got a soft spot. I don't have a fucking soft spot. I'm thinking about myself when I watch it sometimes. And that's just being real with you. But she don't want to listen to me. That's because she don't know me like that. If me and her had a chance to talk away from all this bullshit, cameras, everything, none of them fucking weird glasses where they record, just me and her talk away from everybody. No recording, no nothing, just a fucking conversation. I think I could get to Claressa Shields. Because I would open up on some things about me. But see, the problem is she can't hold water. I don't even know if I want to do that. Because you can talk to me, I won't say nothing. But if we talk, she may come on and say something. That's the problem. I'd be more worried about talking. She don't got to be worried about talking to me. I ain't going to say nothing. I'm more worried about her saying, yeah, and I talked to her champion and he told me this and that. He ain't all goddamn professional like you think he is. But I think I can get to her. She thinks she's going through something. And she is. But a lot of it, she created. Self-incurred, man. She's created her own misery. I've done that before to myself. For a lot of years, man. I did that shit to myself. But when you got to snap out of it. And sometimes it takes people to help you to realize what your true potential is. Because I don't think anybody, like for me, I don't use the word failure, right? I don't fail at anything. I mean, I perform to my potential, but I don't fail at shit. I don't know the word failure. I definitely don't use that word when I'm talking to my sons or kids or anyone that I'm mentoring. Fuck that word failure. That shit is up and away, out of here. We don't use that word. Not performing to your potential. Now we can table that. And for Claressa, she's not performed to her potential. I'll say people around her have failed her. Because she's the cash cow. She's everything. You should be protecting that. You should be protecting that at all costs. And they didn't do it. And she's impressionable. Seems to be someone who can be influenced. And she's just in a situation where they got to figure out how to get her to bless up because it's been all a mess up now. I'm going to tell you this right now. Most people separate the fighter from the personality, but not everybody does. And the internet never forgets. You know, the digital age is different, man. You know, I talk about it all the time. I say years ago, a controversy might disappear, but today, I would say everything stays online. I would say 30 years from now, 40, 50 years from now, all this shit that Claressa has done and said will be out here floating around out here online. 30 years from now, if she's still around, they'll be talking to her. And so we noticed that, you know, you said this. And she'll be like, I was 31. I was 30. I was going through something. You know what I'm saying? Y'all asking me stuff about from 30 years ago. I made mistakes. Just like how they asked Mike Tyson. Well, Mike Tyson, what were you thinking when you said this? He's like, my man, I was 20 years old. I'm damn near 60 now. What do you want me to say? What are we talking about here? She's going to go through the same thing. Videos, the post, all this shit she want to go viral. Everything is online. Interviews, arguments, comments, memes. People are going to be able to revisit all this stuff later. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to suck for her because it's not positive stuff. And if she does have a family and children, whether it's with Pat, Poos, or somebody else, it's going to be out there. It's going to be out there and they're going to see that shit. Kids, you know, she can't hide. She's not going to be able to protect them from that. That's what they're going to, this is your mother right here. They're going to be like, damn, Mom, that was you, Mama Gloat? That was you out there talking about whipping ass and this and that and sex and sucking wood and doing this and that? That's my mom talking about that? That shit is out there. Who was licking your coochie and shit? It's out there. Slapping people in the face. Talking about, you know, smoking people. You a known killer. That's what you want people to see about you. But she's a public figure and she probably just feels trapped. It's a game. It's a hustle. Trying to get some money. Y'all taking this too serious? Just leave me alone. I didn't mean nothing by it, but goddamn it, if you don't support me, cool. Just stay away from me. Don't come out here being negative. Leave me alone. But that's not how it works. But that's probably why she feels trapped. And I think she has discovered that every statement she makes becomes content. Every disagreement becomes content. Anything, any image that surfaces becomes content. Every mistake becomes content. The internet rewards controversy. There are people out here, they have no talent, no nothing in life. They just come out here and it's the most negative they can be. And people tune into that shit. Because a lot of people like the shock and awe. So YouTube and the internet has given people lanes to make money. And have no talent, no nothing to offer the world except this bullshit. And people tune into that. You know what I'm saying? The internet is the most toxic place. Social media is the most toxic place for anyone to be. That's why I get on and get off. Because it stinks, man. But I just think for Claressa, I don't think she realized the most controversial she became the more people are going to talk about her. She thought it was going to be all sweet and make money and all this shit. That's not what happened. It's been a total mess up. But so that's why we need to talk about the bless up, okay? Now, the bless up, that phrase, in my opinion, it means growth, maturity, peace, accountability, focus. It means becoming known for something positive rather than something negative. You messed up, now let's bless up, you know what I mean? Turn the negative into a positive. But I think the first step in that is consistency. Claressa has to be consistent. Change the way you speak. You know what I'm saying? Many people believe change is a speech. It isn't. Change is repetition. But you got to change the way you speak as well. But it's repetition, man. One good interview doesn't fix a damaged reputation. One good visit to a child camp doesn't fix a damaged reputation. One charitable act doesn't fix a damaged reputation. One apology doesn't fix a damaged reputation. People watch for consistency. You got to be consistent. Then fans need evidence. Fans rarely believe words. You can say what you want, talk to you blue in the face. People believe patterns. If someone says, I've changed, the audience says, show me. So you got to show them through consistency and through patterns. But the hardest part is building trust. See, trust is unique. Building trust takes years. Breaking trust can take minutes. Rebuilding trust may take even longer than building it originally. That's why reputation repair is so difficult. Claressa has an uphill battle. Now, there are some things athletes usually do to rebuild their image. The number one thing, stop creating new problems. Just leave it alone. And I know that sounds simple, but it's not. Many public figures sabotage themselves because they continue creating new controversies while trying to repair old ones. That's Claressa Shields. And focus on performance. Sports has always rewarded excellence. Winning changes conversations. That's why I think right now they're trying to line her up with an opponent that she can knock out. Not just win, but knock him out cold, so it changes the conversation. They may hope that it erase her mistakes, but it's not. But it can temporarily shift attention. And that's what I think is happening. So I think they need to stop creating new problems. 2, focus on performance. 3, stay disciplined. You got to stay disciplined. We notice discipline, preparation, professionalism, consistency. These things slowly rebuild credibility. Then 4 is let time work. Time is often the most important ingredient. People need time to observe change. Without time, most audiences remain skeptical. So with time, things get better if you're doing everything right. So can Claressa actually do this? Can she go from being a mess up to being blessed up? I say yeah, because anything's possible. But it won't happen quickly. No time soon. The challenge is that she already possesses the one thing many athletes spend their entire careers chasing. She has achievement. She has the accomplishments. You can't take that from her. The question is whether she can improve the perception. The perception. Now, the advantage she still has, many athletes who suffer reputational setbacks have no accomplishments to fall back on. Claressa does. She's already part of boxing history, American sporting history. Nobody can take away the gold medals, the championships, the undisputed titles, the historic achievements. Those things will always remain. But the challenge going forward, right, it's not her proving she can fight. We know that. That's why I say shut the fuck up. No one cares. We know that. But can you evolve? Can you become known more for boxing excellence, leadership, professionalism, and less for this villainous bullshit, controversy, arguments, distractions? That's the real battle. That's the real battle. Can Claressa Shields evolve and bless up? So I'll say this. I feel sore, boy. Damn. Every athlete eventually reaches a crossroads. One road says, keep doing the same thing. Don't matter what no one thinks about you. They don't have to like you. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to kiss their ass. So you keep doing the same thing. But then there's another road. It's going to say grow. So one road is going to say, keep doing the same thing. Tell everybody, kiss your ass. The other road is going to say, stop, listen to what they're saying. We need to grow. We need to evolve. She got to figure out what path she wants to travel. The reason people talk about a mess up to bless up journey is because history is full of athletes who've made mistakes, adjusted course, and finished their careers in a much stronger place than where they were headed. Whether that happens for Claressa Shields is something only time, actions, and consistency can answer. The next chapter of her career may not be defined by who she fights. It may be defined by who she decides to become. Who is Claressa Shields going to decide to become? I don't know. That's on her. But I would say this, don't listen to your team no more. In my opinion, they failed you. If anything, get back to when it's just you and Dimitri Salita. Cut everyone else out. And just focus on the sport. And get back to being the hero. Because you've messed up. But it's not too late to bless up. But it ain't going to be easy. Y'all keep cool. Is she going to evolve or continue down the same ruinous path? We're going to see, aren't we? Y'all keep cool. I'm in the breeze.